Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is your girl, IkwerreGirl Acheru, all the way from Talk2Dot. And I talk about domestic violence and domestic abuse. Follow my channel for all of the information that you need to have, or everything I can provide to you about domestic violence and domestic abuse. As I always say, domestic violence is not something to be played with. Most times people see physical violence because you see the black eyes, you see the broken lips, you see the busted lips. I mean, how many times can a person make an excuse for why they wear sunglasses in daytime or why they wear heavy makeup all the time? So it's easy to pick up on physical violence. But the other part of domestic violence that people don't usually pick up on is emotional and psychological abuse. A lot of times it's hard to prove, but I can tell you for one that these people, these emotionally abusive people, these narcissistic abusive people, yeah, what happens is at the end of the day, when you say you're leaving one of them, they will kill you. You get me? I don't mince words, and I say this all the time. Please don't take these people as a joke. They're a bunch of crazy people. Scratch that. Crazy people we know with mental health, they got medication. These ones have no diagnosis whatsoever, so they are ticking time bombs. You must not play with it. Why am I here today? Just last weekend, a lady, a woman, mother of three, was killed in Dallas. Her name is Neros, was killed by her husband, Ashton Neros. Why did he kill her? He killed her because she asked for a divorce. He shot her 10 times in front of their 3 children. Now you might say, oh my goodness, who does that? These are the people I'm talking about. These are the people that I am constantly bringing to your awareness and your attention. They exist. They live around us. There's so many of them. And you know what? They look really good. For instance, look at this guy. Does he look like he could kill someone? Does he look like he's going to kill his wife? Does he look like he could do that to the mother of his children in front of his children? Look at their family pictures. They look happy, right? Exactly the point. These people look very happy on social media. They look very happy in the outings. You know why? Because the narcissist spends so much time and energy to present a false appearance to people. They want a situation where no one can decode what's happening. Now, a lot of times, yeah, the victim might put on their social media, oh, I'm so blessed to have a man like this in my life. Thank you for marrying me. Thank you for taking me away from singlehood. I'm having the best times, the best family. And then you find out that she's been killed. You begin to wonder, why did she sound like that? It's not down to her. It's down to the abusive partner. What a lot of people don't know is that most times the abusive person controls social media. So they approve. Sometimes they make the post on social media as well, which is why whenever you look at the profile, social media platform of someone who's being abused, it doesn't look like that. It sounds good. There's nice, fresh pictures. There's everything. Look at these pictures again. I'm trying to send a message home. Look at these pictures again. Does that look like an abuse woman? Does that look like a woman who is unhappy? Does that look like a man who has the potential to kill his family? It gets even worse. To show you how deep, dark, and twisted these people are. Just before he killed his wife, what did he put on his Facebook status? I never got closure, but today I walk away a winner. You see what I mean? The rule of a narcissist is, if I can't have you, no one else will. I say this all the time. If they can't have you, no one else will. It's not like they want you. People might say, oh, because the person loves you so much. It's not about love. If the relationship was good, if they were any good, then their partner would not be thinking of leaving them alone. Their partner would not be thinking of running away, getting the divorce and getting away from them and just staying clear of them. It was never good. Do you understand? They are twisted people. Now I say this, okay? Today we're talking about a man who shot his wife, but this happens to men as well. You're a man, you're in a relationship with a sick, twisted, psychologically manipulative woman. Trust me, she gonna use everything to get at you. You understand? Now people ask a question, how could he shoot her, the mother of his children, in front of the kids? Hear me when I say this. With these people, right, they don't want children. The children are pawns in the game. The children are weapons to use to abuse the victim. The only reason a narcissistically abusive man has children with his wife is because those children will keep the woman in the game. So I'll tell you how it happens, right? They will be so abusive after they've committed you to a relationship and a marriage. Now you begin to think, right, I can't do this. I've had enough of this. I'm going to go. And they can see it. They can sense it. Guess what? Boom, you're pregnant.
Now you're pregnant and everything seems okay, but then the abuse gets worse during the pregnancy. And you're thinking, okay, fine, we're having a baby, things will change, and you stay on. Now after you had the baby, you're thinking, oh my goodness, I can't do this anymore, I've had enough. Guess what? Boom! Child number two. Child number two, just like that. Child number two comes in, you're thinking, oh, I got 2 children now. How can I do this? I don't want to break up a family. My kids need their daddy. My kids need their mommy. And then you stay on. Then you get to the stage where, you know what? I can't do this anymore. 5 years later, 4 years later, 2 kids. He's not changing. She's not changing. I've had enough. They can feel it. They can sense it that you're not taking their crap anymore. You're not taking it anymore. You've had enough. Guess what? Boom! Child number 3 comes in. If you're not able to make it out. I remember this one woman, right? It was the day before she decided that she was going. This man, who was never even interested in the second child, all of a sudden is saying, how about we have a 3rd child? You know, I believe strongly that this child will change everything. This child will be the answer to all our prayers. And the woman is thinking in her head, 3rd child, not going to happen. This is what they are like. They do everything. Now, you get a 3rd child, right? You're thinking, okay, 3 children, I got to stay, and this one. And then you find out that, you know what? Even if I had 20 children for this person, there is no change. They ain't going to change. You're saying, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. You leave. You hand them over the divorce, and they're thinking, so after everything, I'm not able to track this person down. Do you know what? She dies. She dies. There's been so many cases of killings, right? So many cases. The reason you see so much more is because there's so much awareness about domestic abuse, domestic violence. There is so much energy in social media. Everyone's got a smartphone. Everybody can post news on Facebook and all, and that's why we see it. It's always been there. It's always been there. So please, if you're going through an abusive relationship, if you're in an abusive relationship, or if you left an abusive relationship with one of these crazy nutters, one of these crazy people, trust me, yeah, they don't care about the kids. They don't care about anything. It's you, the victim they're interested in. They're not happy you left them. They're not happy you left them. They don't want you to go. They don't want you to find happiness. Once they see that you're happy, they're coming after you. You have to be careful. If you're planning to leave an abusive person, right? Please do it discreetly. If you need to tell them you're getting divorced, do it from a distance, right? If you're a woman, right? Remember that physically you don't have the physical strength to fight against these people. Besides, statistics has proved that more men are killing their wives than women killing their husbands. You understand? So you have to be careful. I know it's difficult financially, but if you're with these crazy people, you know they're crazy. That's why you chose to leave in the first place. Please, nobody believes that their spouse or their ex-spouse is going to kill them. But the truth is, you need to start thinking like that. You need to start thinking like that. You need to start considering yourself, because when these people strike, they're not thinking about you. They are not thinking about you. When they see that you found out about all their BS, when they found out that you found out about all their nonsense and you cannot be deceived anymore, they're going to stop it. And that stopping means stopping you, which is why all of the cases of spousal killing, who's left behind? Their children. Why? Because the abusive person never wanted the children. Now let's come to women, right? We got a lot of narcissistic women that have made away with the children, making men's life miserable. They have made these men's life miserable. Like, seriously? Are you a human being using your children against a person? Like, what? You understand? They don't care. These women don't care about these children. They will twist their heads and do all kinds of things. They will use those children as pawns in the game. So you need to understand, people be woke. These killers, these potential killers, these people are everywhere. You understand? And you will know. Now, again, look at the pictures again and ask yourself, does this man look like someone who will shoot his wife in front of his children? Does this family look like there is something wrong or there's something going on at the background that you can't see? No, they look perfectly okay. And that's what I'm trying to say. The friends of this woman that was killed potentially would have noticed that after she got involved with that man, she changed. People, that's what you look out for. You look out for this unusual change in a person's life when they find themselves in a relationship. Don't say, oh, they're all loved up. You know, people change their responsibilities. Nah, it's a pattern. One, they cut out the social media. One, the social media is only talking about one thing. Oh, I just love him so much. He's the love of my life. Oh, we're doing this together. Oh, we're swimming together. Oh, we're on holiday together. They no longer talk about politics. They no longer make jokes on social media. They don't talk about football no more. They don't comment on people's posts. This is an unusual pattern. A person cannot just get married and just talk about one thing only, like that's the only thing that exists. That's not right. Secondly, the person gets into a relationship, you don't see them no more. They're with the spouse always. If you should see them, the person is hovering around them. You get me? A lot of times people say, why didn't she cry out? Why didn't she say anything? How are you going to cry out when in fact your Facebook is being controlled by the abuser? You post something, they know you posted, they're deleting it. In fact, you don't even have the password of your own Facebook. You want to make a phone call and talk about it, your phone is bugged. This is what people live in an abusive relationship. So when you see these things happening, don't say, oh, why did she cry out? It was impossible for her to cry out. And plus, knowing how dangerous this person was, she was potentially considering the children. I've seen cases of people say, it's not about the children, it's because of me and you. It's about me and you. It's not about the children. I've seen them be violent to the children because they know that will break the heart of the victim. And then the victim will take a step back and say, you know what? I'll do what you want. I'll do what you want. A lot of women in abusive relationship have been doing all of these things in a cycle just so that the children are protected. A lot of men in abusive relationships have done a lot of things so the children are protected. People, enough of this manipulation, yeah? And when I say enough, it's not like you're going to stop. But you need to keep your eyes open to see what's going on. Right? My heart bleeds for yet another woman who's been killed. My heart bleeds even further for those kids. They're so young. They're so young. And they're going to have to deal with a life of trauma. Now remember, for those years of their life where their father and mother were alive, they must have seen so much manipulation and deception in the home. And now at the tail end of it, when their mom has got the balls to walk away, this man comes and shoots their mother 10 times in front of them. Please tell me, what is the hope or the future of these children? My heart really goes out for those kids because, as I always say, children are tomorrow's people. If we are raising a generation of damaged children, then we have a future that is going to be damaged as well. People ask me, what kind of person does this kind of thing? A narcissist. The narcissist's mission is to kill, steal, and destroy, just like the devil. They will steal from you. They will destroy you. They can't have you. They're going to kill you. It's happening every time. You know one narcissist, you know all of them. Those good-looking, careful, quiet, calm-looking, good disposition ones, those are the main ones. Those are the killers. You understand? Those are the killers. Be woke, people. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. You know these people. They're all over. Finally, before I go, my advice to every victim of abuse. If you're in an abusive relationship, right? Don't stay there. Get out. Do it discreetly. Find a way and escape. Don't stay in the family house. Don't try to keep the house. It's a sacrifice. Okay? To be out there on your own, no house, no money, nothing. At least you stay alive. You stay in that house, they can kill you. 1 month later, 2 months later, 3 months, 1 year, 5 years, as long as they know where you are, your life is in danger. Think about your children. If you get killed, your children will have to live a life of trauma. Remember, everything you did in that house was to protect them. So you have to keep protecting them. If you are a victim of abuse that has left an abusive relationship, right, with one of these crazy narcissistic people, keep your eyes open. The battle has not ended. I give an example. Remember back in the days when we had slave owners, right? The slave owner will torture and terrorize their slaves, beat them up, whip them, treat them like less than humans. That is exactly what happens in an abusive relationship. People get treated like less than humans. They get beaten up, they get terrorized. Everything is done to them. Finally, the slave escapes. The slave owner goes around town. Oh, my slave has escaped. I'll pay any amount of money, put up posters. I'm looking for my slave. My slave may be lost. I need to find them back. They do all that stuff. And people rally around the town to get the slave back. Thank you for getting my slave back. I'm so grateful. What does the slave owner do? Takes them back, hangs them. That is your punishment for running away. Right. Back to domestic abuse. You're a victim of abuse and finally you leave. Oh, my wife left me. I can't cope. I can't breathe. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'll kill myself if I don't have them back. I'm ready to do counseling. I'm ready to have mediation. I'm ready to change my ways. I will do what you want me to do. I'll do anything. This is just them trying to get you back. Trying to get you back. When you go back, if you go back, if you even agree to meet with them, they might even say, okay, you know what? I know the relationship has broken down, but can we just meet somewhere to have a conversation? Can you just come back and collect your things from the house? Can we just meet somewhere for coffee? Can we just talk about the children for instance? Don't do it. Don't do it. What they're doing is just like a slave owner, looking for that opportunity to catch you. Yes, I said catch. They're looking for that opportunity to catch you. Once they catch you, that's it. Case closed. We'll be talking about your story on Facebook. My people, smart up, okay? Smart up. Once again, my heart goes out for this lady who's been killed, but she's at peace now. She's resting. Away from her trauma, her pains and everything. My heart goes out for real for the children who've been left behind, because they have a life ahead of them and they have to find a way to deal with this. Their mother was not killed by a robber, a bandit, a gangster. Their mother was killed by their father. That doesn't go away easily. It doesn't go away. From me to you, one love, peace, guidance, and respect.